Do you have any games on your phone? Remember that one? When was the last time you actually heard that phrase? Not from a band kid who just got done T-posing and was being ironic. No, like an actual child who asked you that question. Between games on the App Store becoming the worst garbage imaginable, millennials handing their children iPads in utero, and Homelanders shilling for the most TikTok, Snapchat filter games that you could possibly think of. That way! Go that... Fine, I'm installing it. I'm installing the game. This guy can't do it. He missed it. What? Anyway. Between those things, kids don't usually ask to play games on your phone because their attention has been so expertly consumed by everything on their own devices. They have absolutely no need to ask you for what you can give them because they have it. Not a moment too soon either, man. That was annoying. Do you have Angry Birds on your phone? No. I mean, I do, but you're not playing it. We have finally satiated the attention of children everywhere, so they won't ask us for anything, or bother us for anything, or speak to us, or look at us, or look at each other, or do anything of their own volition ever again. And you know what? I'm sure that that won't have long-term ramifications at all. I'm lying, it definitely will. Entertainment companies everywhere are trying to maximize their engagement and retention on their apps as much as they can. From games made to keep your attention for as long as possible with completely substanceless play, to social media crafting the perfect timeline to make you completely hooked on the app, to sports betting apps targeting you with notifications at the times they know you are most vulnerable. They have the perfect systems for captivating your attention. And you know what? Besides that last one, hopefully, the target demographic for these tend to be children. Because children are the dumbest thing. They're so stupid. Children are the easiest demographic to hook with these tactics. They will spend the most time they can possibly get away with on these apps, and to these companies, time is money. And we're getting more aware of these things. And as awareness of these things evolve, so do these tactics. And some companies, particularly streaming companies, are mixing up their retention rates with games. Unlimited games. Well, probably not unlimited, but there's a lot, that's my point. And you can look at this and be like, oh, that's an obvious ploy to target children. And you know what? I wouldn't expect better of Netflix, but I'm sure not every company is doing that. I'm sure companies like YouTube aren't doing anything like that. I'm sure my own dear sweet YouTube would never take advantage of children in such a way. Right, YouTube? Right, YouTube? Well, when in Rome, TikTok is getting banned, and I need something to occupy my dumb idiot scroller brain. Instagram Reels, well, I'd be lying if I said I never used them, but I'd also be lying if I said I enjoyed using them. YouTube Shorts, I speak it, but I don't understand it. You know what? Maybe this is exactly what I need. Maybe I can fill all that empty time that the banning of TikTok will give me that I could have otherwise filled with something stupid like practicing guitar or learning Spanish with fun games instead, games instead. I need to use YouTube Playables to find the most brain-rotted game that I can that'll hold my attention. First of all, I want to say that YouTube does not make this easy to find. As of when I made this, there's no tab for it, and if you search for YouTube Playables, you just get a video of Slimecicle talking about them. Why do I feel like I have to trudge through the tall grass for a chance encounter with YouTube Playables, or maybe it's just a Rattata? The first game that I came across was Harvest.io. Starting this one out, I sort of figured it was just like a low-effort clone of Farming Simulator. Oh, shoot. You can tell I don't play enough Farming Simulator. Closest I get is the epilogue in Red Dead 2. I thought, like, you're just trying to clear out as much of this area as possible in, like, a 2-minute time constraint. But as time marched on, as time always will, I began to realize that my chain of goods was getting suspiciously longer. And that is when I saw... Is that another person? That is another people, actually. They're both dead because I'm just that good. This is just Slither.io. I'm getting so strong, man. I'm so big. I was a good 10% bigger than Sandra. Forget about Mike and Android, by the way. What's this power-up do? Shoot, bear with me. Bear. Oh. I don't think that happens in Slither.io. Although it does make sense. That mechanic reminds me a little more of that one game in Tron where they're on the motorcycles, except in this one you don't die in real life. Revive, okay. Look at this, look how much hay I have.
I'm the hey man. All right, I'm gonna get this guy. Come on. What? Both of us? I guess if I ran my tractor into another tractor with enough force to destroy it, it would probably destroy my tractor as well. So, you know, points for realism.
And that was not good enough.
All right, I have to do better. It's all about the grind set, man. You gotta be on top of things if you want. Now it's all about the grind set.
I was not playing around anymore. Nothing was going to stop me. I was leveling up.
Not today, Slav Potato. Not today.
I was killing guys.
Got him. That sucks, actually. I'll let Fargo. You know, I feel like Nasty did that to himself, to be completely honest.
I had so far surpassed anyone and everyone, and that's when I realized no one else was gaining points.
Why isn't anybody plowing? Nobody's getting points. Is nobody plowing? Oh no.
I froze them. I killed half of them and then I froze the rest of them. I kept everyone down and then I hoarded 73% of the wealth to myself. What have I become?
Oh no.
My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away.
Oh, he's fine.
I won. Pretty simple game all in all. I think Slither.io is just better. I'm so review brained with this channel. Screw it. 7 out of 10. Next game. My next game was Magic Tiles 3. Do not ask about Magic Tiles 1 and 2. Don't ask. It's just Fortnite Festival with less mechanics. I played Sunflower by Post Malone and Swally. Sorry, just Post Malone apparently. I can't put it in without getting copy struck, so I'll just put this in instead.
Needless to say, I keep her in check. She was a bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck.
It's fine, but I can't do it as Peter Griffin, so 3 out of 10. Next up was Bridge Race. This is one of those games where it's just kind of like basic math. Like as a kid, I definitely would have tried to pass off to my mom that this was an educational game. You have to collect a certain number of bricks, and then you use those bricks to build stairs. I'm starting to think that with most of these games, they're only bots playing against you. Partially because they wait for you to start the game.
I'm gonna see if it just forces me to start here. It's not gonna force me to start. I guess I'll start.
But partially on account of how dumb they are. Although that's not saying much. But legitimately, I should not be winning as consistently as I am as a new player. Or maybe I'm just a gaming god. Nah, they're bots. I love a good obstacle course, but I don't love this. 2 out of 10. It was at this point that I put the video down for a couple days, went outside, touched grass, saw some friends. I kind of got writer's block when it came to making this video. I'd sort of come to the realization that a lot of these games were just a fat wad of nothing at all. Like, Tall Man Run, really. All you can do is describe it. He's not even that tall. Unless he's just proportioned really weird, he is not that tall. This is just the guy from the bathroom sign. This isn't gonna be enough to replace TikTok for me. This isn't even enough to show you guys. So I took to scrolling, kinda thinking I might have to scrap this video. And that's when I saw it. Angry Birds Showdown. When was the last time that we had genuine, access to Angry Birds? I don't know for sure, but the last time I saw it, I'm pretty sure it was behind a paywall. I don't think it's even normally in the App Store anymore. Now, I can finally re-experience what is admittedly a very small part of my childhood.
That's not Rovio. Oh, that's Rovio.
Right off the bat, I could tell that this was a little bit more of a developed game than our previous games. It has daily challenges and daily login, so it at least it's keeping track of your progress a little more intentionally.
Quick play. Okay. Yeah, no, I know how to play Angry Birds. Okay, well, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. I think I know mostly how to play Angry Birds.
You have these power-up cards now that you can apply at any time. You know, back in my day, it was the birds that had power-ups. We didn't have any kind of special cards or participation trophies, alright? All them birds had to pull their own weight, except the red one. The red one did jack except sometimes he had a lightsaber. That was pretty cool, actually. In this version of Angry Birds, there's also someone who's competing to kill all your pigs first.
This bot is low-key better than me. Never mind, I'm so good. Or maybe I suck. Nope, I'm so good. No, I suck after all.
You know that one meme where it's like when you accidentally become important at work? This guy has become structurally important at work. I wound up winning, but I think it's only because the bot is supposed to let you win.
I can do better. I can do better than this. Quick play. How am I this bad?
The yellow one sounds like SpongeBob. But yeah, I didn't do any better. I have to say, this is a great way to keep my attention, and I can say that because I played a little bit more after I was done filming. I like the race against another player, even if that other player is just a bot. Even if that player is a bot who is made to do as bad as possible while still staying right behind you so that you can win just by the skin of your teeth and get a little bit more of a dopamine hit. And I 100% believe that was intentional because the second that I lost the game, I quit, and I'll never open that app again. 9 out of 10, next game. For our next game, I decided to go with another beloved classic, Cut the Rope. Everyone knows Cut the Rope. We all eagerly await Cut the Rope, the movie, starring Chris Pratt. There's like candy on a rope, and you have to collect a bunch of stars and then make it fall into this cute little alien's mouth, also known as Chris Pratt.
Oh no, this is hard already. Dang it! Okay, I'm redoing that one. No! No! I did it! No!
This game was a lot more engaging when I was 8 years old. This guy, his name's Omnom, I think. He was fed at a much slower rate back in the day. I will say, there were a couple in the later levels that were genuinely head scratchers for a little bit, but nothing crazy. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. There's a little bit of nostalgia attached to it. Now, I played a couple more games after this. We had Race Master. It's alright.
Get out of the way! I can't see!
It's a basic racing game. It was trying to be rocket racing, and it basically was. It's crazy how Fortnite has all these game ideas that they originally came up with, and everyone wants to steal them. 4 out of 10. I got bored. We have Gym Stack. Hill Climb Racing was here.
I love how uninterested this guy is. This is too easy, I think. You know what? I should never have said anything. I should never say anything ever, actually. No. Oh, okay, you can brake to go back down. Very nice. Guess I should be playing with both hands then. How is it that easy to tip for? How is this guy so uninterested? Driving the rolling bubble car from Jurassic Park, the rollingest car known to mankind.
7 out of 10. I got frustrated, but I could see playing it for a while. Jetpack Joyride is here. We have Homo Evolution. I don't think that's a slur, but you probably still shouldn't call them that. And scrolling through, that's when I saw it. The single most inviting game that I could have come across. 3D balls. Finally, my balls are 3D. After all this time.
99 balls? What? Rest in peace to that one guy who has 1. Or 3. What is happening? This hurts my eyes. Oh, hey, I know this game.
What's funny, though, is I had legitimately searched for this game a few days prior. Not like this exactly. It was a game that I used to play on my old iPhone 4, and it was called, I think, just Bricks and Balls. It was basically this, except the edges weren't rounded, you know, so it was the slightly different physics, but basically the same game. Also, it wasn't a strobe light. Odd choice. And it's funny to say, but like that's the kind of mobile game that I like. It has a really basic setup, and you're mainly just competing against yourself the whole time, trying to beat your last record. This is the game that most captivated me. I was able to sit here for like 20 minutes, just grinding through level after level without getting bored. Oh. Oh no. You know, I made this video because I had just gotten a decent amount of subscribers, and I wanted to put something out for everybody before I took my usual hiatus, which is mainly just me writing and scripting, filming and editing and all that. So just an easy to make, short and sweet video to put out. And it was a lot more difficult to make than I expected. Not nearly so much as my last video, but for the length that it's going to be, it was a much bigger drag. And it's because while I was getting footage for this video, I was on my phone screen recording And because I was already on my phone, I was getting distracted and scrolling on various social media platforms that I have on my phone. And the more I think about it, the more upsetting I find that. You know, I always used to scoff at people who were very anti-social media, which, if I'm being honest, isn't completely unjustified because those people are frequently holier-than-thou crunchy granola posers. Like, it's just how they are. Not all of them, obviously, but there's a lot of them. But lately, their point has resonated with me a little more than usual. And it's because we're kind of losing the social aspect of social media. These companies don't have an MO like the Harvard Mark Zuckerberg that we once had. I think they've stopped seeing connection as a commodity and have switched to engagement being the commodity. Social media isn't about seeing what Sean from high school is up to these days. It's not even about keeping up with your favorite celebrity or internet personality. It's all about keeping you engaged as long as possible. Just whatever it takes to keep you scrolling. It's about that lip sync trend that scratches your brain, or it's about that horribly bigoted post that you have to reply to for the honor of humanity. It is about keeping you engaged. It's about keeping the user around. And you know what? They don't even need real people to do it anymore. Just recently, Connor Hayes, who is the vice president of Meta's product for generative AI, told the Financial Times that Meta plans to introduce an onslaught of AI-generated users. He said, and I quote, "We expect these AIs to actually, over time, exist on our platforms, kind of in the same way that accounts do. They'll have bios and profile pictures and be able to generate and share content powered by AI on their platform. That's where we see this going." Now they don't even need their engagement to come from this endless stream of content from an anomalous blob of users. Even that doesn't need to be real. And they talk like it's something to come, but we kind of already have that. Farming interactions with short, vapid bursts of entertainment is here right now. It existed before generative AI even. Meta does it, Google does it, X does it, heck, TikTok does it. Most every media app that exists on your phone does that. And all that fun that we had for the past few minutes was doing it too. It exists to do the exact same thing. It exists to hook you. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, TikTok is getting banned. Maybe not. Maybe America's favorite criminal will step in and stop it. Who knows? I don't think it was done for a good reason. I don't think it should have been banned. I think it's being banned mainly as a counteractive measure to free speech. I also think, on a very personal level, that it may not be such a bad thing. That maybe it's okay for me to lose TikTok. Don't get me wrong, I love the app. It's kept me in the loop on modern events, it's helped me share with friends, it's given me a creative outlet that I just don't have as easy access to on YouTube. I don't think that I would think the same way that I do today, or have the same understanding towards people different than me, without the influence that TikTok has had on me, directly or indirectly. And I think a lot of young people can say the same. But if it is banned, I don't think it'll do me a lick of harm to get rid of another way to scroll. Another way to waste my time while generally not feeling anything at all. So I want to ask you a favor. Once you're done here, I want to ask you not to go back to just scrolling or generally consuming media mindlessly. I'm not asking you to go outside or go to the gym. If you want to, great, but that's not my point. I just want to ask you to do something that you want to do. Not something that'll scratch an itch, not something that'll fill a deficit, not something you feel compelled to do. Do something that you want to do. Sure, go outside, go to the gym, or maybe just make that meal that you've been thinking about for the past week. Draw that picture, write that email, take a shower. I'm talking to you specifically, you know who you are. Pick up that guitar you've been meaning to play. Read a chapter of that book. Play with your pet. Watch that movie that you've been planning to watch for the past 3 months but just haven't gotten around to. Play that video game. Text that friend. Make that video. I'm not even asking you to do something that's not on your phone. I'm asking you to do something that means the smallest bit of anything to you. Because even the smallest bit of anything is better than losing yourself to an endless slog of nothing. Have a good one.